right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to our little recap of season 1 of Private Nightmares. I've got an empty chair. No, that's Alexander Ward, Gina DeVivo, Mayana Baron, Xander Jeanneret, Abria Iyengar, and I am cosplaying Eddie because Luis is not here. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's been a while since we finished up the season, especially for us. For most people watching, it's been 2-3 weeks since the season ended, but it's been a while since we were all in the same room, and especially with Mayana here as well. So we're just going to go back to like the last time we were talking about any of this stuff, which was episode 5. We haven't had a chance to reminisce on any of this since episode 5. So like pull out your notes from episode 5.
Neither.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No. So episode 5,
happened?
Xander, you literally weren't there.
Oh, is that the club?
Yeah, that's when you guys
went
went to the
clubbing.
club.
Oh, yes.
Fun.
The club. The sweet, sweet club.
Which, yeah, like we mentioned it a lot that was like such a perfect moment for Gable to be getting in on, and then everybody else goes to the club without
boat
Gable.
in the middle of the ocean.
Clubbing in international
Yeah.
Yeah, you were clubbing it up for real at the time.
Hell yeah. Hell
I did get the question a lot of what
Why was I there
Gable
for every
have worn. What would Gable have worn?
What if we rolled up to set one day and Alex just was not there fully?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do it today.
Sorry, I got a gig.
Respect.
Can't do it.
That's first half of LA by night.
That's how I joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Wait, okay, sorry. What
Yeah.
would Gable have worn to the club?
Any one of the ones in the later episodes.
This is important to Katie.
Because that was my arsenal of Gable outfits. No,
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, he just wasn't there because he
that's
didn't
what
have
it
an
was.
outfit for that episode.
I didn't have the flannel shirt dress prepared yet, but that was on the way.
Yes. There you go.
Right.
Respect.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Luis has been using a lot of my wardrobe as well for Eddie, so like I can provide you
you.
extras if you need them.
I do respect a guy with a uniform because I can't pick clothes. I can't do it.
Got to dress like a 90s
Yeah.
cartoon character.
There you go.
Xander's in my
Yeah.
secret. It's just Big Bud.
That's Big Bud.
Big butt
Yeah,
jumpsuit.
Big
Big Bud
Bud.
jumpsuit.
Not sponsored.
Not
but could
sponsored,
be.
but
God, I would
maybe.
love to be. Please.
Love it.
Get at me.
They did a Snot Girl collab.
If anyone, it will be you.
Collab.
I've now seen 2 other dropout people. Like, I was like, what? Who do we need to email? So I just show them, like,
Yeah,
look at
it's just-
dropout.tv. I'm wearing everything you've ever made. Fuck.
I feel like it's just like the classic go-to place for a LA-based improviser.
Yeah, no, 100%. You can't say yes
Yep.
and without being in, like, heavy-duty canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dress like I work at a car lot. Really.
Ooh, do you think I work on cars?
But really, I do tee-hee-ha-ha on stage at night. I look like I can fix your carburetor, but really I'm just playing a guy who can.
Yes,
Am I a
That's
clown?
my whole life. Is I look like
Or
I
a
can do some
plumber.
stuff, but I can't.
Neither.
Plumber clown.
Neither. I tell shitty.
Neither. I'm non-binary.
Neither. I'm non-binary. It's great.
I'm not a part of this system.
I'm not a part of this system. I have a jumpsuit.
Free your mind.
That
Gina, I love
spectrum
you.
of clown to plumber.
Oh
so
my
good.
god.
Oh, God.
So episode 5.
Oh, yeah. What'd we do?
So yeah, the club where we got to meet a whole bunch of NPCs, and Alex got to throw a whole bunch of voices at you guys.
Hey, Alex,
and
you
lore.
crushed
Give me
the
lore.
differentiation of all of those NPCs. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of, and you get to the point, especially in episode 5, with having the Thin Bloods, the other Thin Bloods that you guys
Yeah.
met, talking to each other as well as talking
Yeah.
to Mayana,
That was
and then
fun.
later in episode 6, Abria joins in as well.
Yeah.
And so, like, being able to do that, absolute kudos.
So good.
Yeah.
So
Great
good.
job.
Thanks.
Okay, everyone, pop quiz. Name those 3 Thin Bloods. Hector.
Fuck.
Bob,
Hector.
Dan, and
Yeah.
Louisa.
No, it was.
No,
it
you
was
know.
Hector,
Monica.
Right.
That's it. And
Monica,
no.
Phoebe, and Chandler. Yes.
Yes.
This is J word.
Jacob,
James? Jacob?
James?
James.
George.
we're
Javier.
close. We're so close. Yeah, it's
Jared?
Javier. It's definitely not Jack.
Jeff, final answer.
Was it
No.
Jeff?
Jack.
No,
Yeah.
it's Jack.
Jack.
I was like, it was because
One of those is our enemy,
the other
though.
one's a J
I
name.
think.
Yeah.
Like this is talking about future stuff. I think one of those ratted us out.
Oh,
Could it be the one that Katie had bad vibes for? Because it was
What are
very
you
much a
talking
thing
about?
of
I had no bad vibes ever.
you were getting bad vibes off of Jack.
No, it was
wasn't
Hector.
It was like Hector's. Yeah, Jack's fine. Monica's okay.
She's
Don't trust
yeah.
Hector.
She's gonna fall in love with one of her best friends later. It's gonna be great.
I bet it's Jacob, the one that Eddie was flirting with.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
theory. So there is a Discord that is a fan
We have
Discord.
fans?
Fan
has-
Discord.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
people
have
watch the
fans.
show.
We have a whole Patreon, and then also other people.
I pay
outside
for
of
the
that.
Patreon. That
And,
doesn't mean I'm a
none
fan.
of you should be outside of that. You should be inside the Patreon.
What?
I tried to send you a link where you
No.
could join it for
Take
free.
my money. Take my money and
Uh,
give me content. I get to be demanding if I give you money.
That
on
is
the board.
that is true. I have gotten a message in the middle of the night that's like, change this.
More
please,
deep cuts.
On yeah, more deep.
Those are my favorite.
They are so
The
good.
amount of things that are cut out of the finale that made it that didn't even make it to the deep cut
Because it's the three of
because we were just so
we
off
doing?
the rails.
I don't remember it like that.
Well, you were all
I
making
don't
me
remember.
laugh
What
a
did we
bunch.
do?
I was what?
Unhinged.
You were just making me laugh. Like all of you were making me laugh so much I couldn't like
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a little punch drunk in the
keep it
end.
together. And also for the viewers at home, we're gonna skip all the way to the last episode.
Yeah, no, like
We never said we were going to do this in order. That's
We didn't even leave
Wild.
the station.
These in my perspective three
You're right.
are finished everything I had planned for the final episode by the first half.
yeah.
We
Sometimes we're
did?
efficient.
Eddie out of the box.
I thought you were going to ask Fulo way more questions.
Why? He's scary and likes us enough.
I don't know why I thought that. I was like, well, I'll vamp for a while and then I'll come up with an ending.
Little
It's fine.
vamping.
Yeah. And then you were all like, yeah, we're good. We don't want to talk to him anymore. And I was like,
Get it.
fuck.
Well, so
Bring
one of the
back
things.
Robert.
Really have like his speech, and like I feel like a person that's been thinking that long probably said all they needed to say
Yes.
in the first. Oh, what a
Yeah, I'm not
why to
saying I was
say,
right. I just thought.
Actually,
Katie went, this man
One of
thinks
the
we're
things
his
mechanically.
pets. That's good enough for me. Have
that's
fun.
good enough for me. I
Yeah.
would love to be.
Yeah.
One of the
Please
things
feed
that
me.
came from that mechanically was that Luis was in the box. Eddie was in the box solely because he was not going to be there for that
Yeah,
episode.
right away.
Just like
Yeah,
Ariana
and then-
Grande when
yeah,
she
and then he
didn't, when
left
she
the house.
had
I
to
was
do
like, yeah.
rehearsals and Jeanette McCurdy had to act against a box for a week.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is like, and then you finished the conversation. I was like, well, then he said he was going to let Eddie out after that was done. And I was like, well, no, I was supposed to keep Eddie in the box the whole fucking episode. That was the whole fucking point. And then I was just like, how do I get Eddie out of here? He's not supposed to be here.
I do think, though, if he had
In the
stayed
box.
in the box, the episode would have been about how
him
to
out of the
get
box.
Eddie out of the box, because it's what
Eddie
our
out of the
characters would
box,
do,
yeah.
despite the above game
Yeah.
understanding of like,
Yeah, no, that
we
that's-
have to care about this, and we can't be successful. This will
Right.
do nothing.
It's tricky.
Yeah, that's
We
fair.
can't
That's
be-
fair. We can't be successful.
No, I also deeply love the idea of a very ancient vampire being like, "I will trap your friend forever until you do this thing for me," expecting pushback in
Sure,
any way, and we
yes.
were like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then that person just being like, "Oh, then I
really?
guess I'll let him out."
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was supposed
very
to be
much
kind
how
of
I felt.
but honestly, that's what Thin Bloods do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, it's just a bunch of like
Thought we would be poetic.
a bunch of
Hella obedient.
unsupervised teens from like an early 90s kids movie, like heavyweights, just opened up the closet and found like an ancient vampire and we're like, wow.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is entirely like a sequel to Under Wraps as we go
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
Universal monsters.
Okay, wait. Then I have
It was
a
very funny. I was
backstory
just like-
question, then Alex,
Yes.
for Coco stuff. Was that
Yes.
always in the cards
Mm-hmm.
of us to find like this mysterious kindred in a box and for us to?
I had placed it under the stage, and then it was entirely dependent on if one of you got sense the beast.
And it was Jade.
Rolling the dice with our
Yes.
abilities. That's really fun.
I was just like, if one of you, and I was like,
Yeah.
it was probably going to be Jade who was going to eat an animal first.
Yeah.
Got
Who would have known?
because that's how that's what you only get animalism stuff by eating an animal. There's no other blood type that
That makes
does
sense.
Oh
that.
yeah.
So I was like, someone's got to eat an animal first to get it. Then you'll notice. And then the way it worked out was that there was enough. You were gone, Xander, so there was like a regular amount of
Right.
signatures in the building that didn't seem weird. And then when you came back and there was one still there, but it was just like was
Nice.
and then it was leading to that. So that was one of the things that Joey and I came up with
Or very early on.
very early on
Yeah.
in talking about the show, was talking about a vampire inside of a
Yeah.
machine like
And
that.
was he always
And
going
how
to
funny
be
it
a
would be.
Zimitzi?
No, he wasn't always
Liar.
going to be a Zemitzi, but then I
There
Liar.
was always going to be a Zamitzi.
there was always going to be
we
a
didn't know who.
Zemitzi in the
Yeah.
show, but that was not necessarily who he was when I thought of it. And then like as I went, I was like, oh, you know who hate each other, Tremere and Zemitzi.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Fun.
And so, like, early on in the conversations, we were talking about that kindred sort of being the mentor for you, more like Robert ended up being.
yeah.
And just like the way you get messages from your mentors
yeah.
is this like fortune teller system.
Oh, that's
But
cute.
then we kind of got so far down the line of like how much you guys as players would try and get them out, and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
well that's gonna crack in like the first 2 or 3 episodes
Yeah.
then. So rather hide them under the stage and make that a slower burn.
Nice.
Yeah, that was very much how it felt. Was like I realized that like it's a cool idea if like to have a little guy feeding you notes, but then I was like, well, you're gonna want to get him out, and then what happens when you get him out? And so that was,
Nice.
and then it ended up being that like you were all gonna kind of figure out how to get him out by the very last episode or the end of the second to last episode. So I was like, great, this works perfectly. I can do this thing, and
Yeah,
It was well timed. That was so fun.
yeah.
yeah, that was me going.
Land the plane.
Yeah, that day I was stressed out. No, that was very fun. Yeah, I like the idea. I liked that concept of because in Vampire, in the way the rule system works and then the book works, you can get very caught up in like the exact like rituals and disciplines of thaumaturgy of like what you can and can't do. Is like I have a spell that does this, very D&D-esque. Like I have a spell that does this. There's got to be a world where it is just a force of magic that you can kind of individually make a thing that does
Yeah.
a thing. Like you're like I made a ritual that does a thing that locks somebody in. Like I made this trap and like.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know there's nothing in the book that lets anybody do that, but I was like, I'm just gonna fucking make this
Yeah.
up. Like I can do that. It's my
Yeah.
game. As the disclaimer
Yeah.
at the beginning of every episode says.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of like coming from running an official World of Darkness game to running an unofficial World of
Yeah.
Darkness game is there's a lot more freedom to do that kind of thing. I
Yes.
mean, I know even in like New York by Night, there was like hesitance to even do anything with the shark like
yeah.
animalism and
Sure.
that aspect of
Because it's not in the book.
of my character because it's not as like true to what you would
Gangrel,
normally
yeah.
expect from
Okay.
Gangrel.
Okay.
You know, it's
So
more
cool,
it's
though. Dang.
right, and it fit, but
Yes.
it's like very kind of D&D version of creating a character.
Nerd shit.
And like
I would assume too, with being
D&D,
like
what's
an
that?
official version, they want us to portray a version that players would recognize. Like, oh, this is what this clan looks like. But I always thought
Yeah.
the opposite. I'm like, let's
Yes,
show the
yes, yes.
exceptions. Like, let's show the interesting characters, and I think we get to do that.
yeah.
Yeah. No, agreed.
Yeah. Well, and then I think that's one of the things that we got to explore here with doing Oops All Thin Bloods. You know, this became not a coterie of tropes, but like a coterie of people, much easier. And so, like jumping back to episodes 5 and 6, Mayana, I want to talk about like your last 2 episodes, that last adventure of going to the club
Heartbreaking.
with Naomi, right off the heels of the museum.
Yeah.
And how we saw, because we all saw the way Naomi
We all
had
saw it.
changed in those 2 episodes. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that so the way that we batch shot that was, I think we shot 1 through 4 in the same kind of time frame, and then we came back through 5 and for 5 and 6. So I had some time to think about the character. I also knew that because of my work schedule that I wasn't going to be able to finish the rest of the season with you guys, and so Alex and I had a conversation about like what's the best way to remove Naomi from the board with the opportunity for me to come back if I can. And I think I really liked where we landed with it, and I think that it gives Naomi an opportunity to go sort out what she needs to sort out, because like she's not good at this, and she is very impulsive, and she is bad at like finding her footing within the coterie, because I think she's struggling with not just being dead, but also struggling with the fact that I don't think she really got to a point of closure when she was alive. Like I don't think she was in a place of self-acceptance even when she was alive. So being dead, it just kind of added an additional complexity to that.
Not to touch on it too much, because I don't know if you'd be able to answer, but do you think Naomi would be susceptible to like the pull of the Camarilla, since she's going to be surrounded by that in the museum?
I don't think they would want her. Her resume looking bad. Like, she's not a. What is it? I remember this movie, Don't Think Twice, which is about like a bunch of improvisers, and one of them gets to go on like fake SNL. And Lorne Michaels goes like, "You're not what I'd call a high utility player."
Oh, I remember. Oh, I like that movie.
What a
I
weird
love that
jab.
Yeah, it's so good. It's Keegan-Michael Key, and I'm like, how dare you say that?
Right.
I get it, like, character, but it's very that. I think I mean, if that is a strategic move for them, maybe as a way to like get access to the rest of the Thin Bloods and make them vulnerable. But I don't think in terms of
You
like
can spot
what she can
potential.
actually.
You're just like the money. You're the money ball. Like, okay, we're gonna get on the. You're the penny stock that's gonna explode.
Yes. Ooh, you know what it's giving? It's giving Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1, where it's like,
Oh my God.
I don't get that reference.
I love how you can tie anything to Kingdom Hearts, honestly. Like that or Final Fantasy.
it's a vast universe.
Oh God, Kingdom Hearts.
But it's very that where it's like he's malleable enough that we can get him to do our little evil machinations. Tee.
Totally.
Did Naomi learn
Yeah.
about
And-
like eating another kindred to become full kindred, or not?
So they did. We learned about that at the club at the same
Yeah.
time.
At the club.
Yeah.
We did learn that.
Katie said that shit
yeah.
immediately. She's like, "We should all do this," and then everyone looked at her and she went,
Yeah.
"I still think we should all." Do this.
Yeah, I think Naomi's very worried about that.
Why? Just
I
because
think-
Katie asked every other episode until the end of the season.
We thought you were going to do it every other.
I'm working on a supercut of how many times you asked, and I don't think it's going to fit on
It will
social
not.
media.
Well, I mean, it was such a great turn for you, Abria, when we did find Homeboy under the stage, and you were like, "It can't be that easy," and I was like,
Oh no! can't believe that him being under the stairs that whole time, and it was the one episode you found out. If you drink one, you get their stuff, and it's like the day we find one packaged and ready for us.
That
Are you
did feel
kidding me?
crazy. We're like,
Lunchbox under the stage.
not
is
so
joking.
simple.
I know. I was
it?
thinking about it while we were doing that, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
That's
I'm
an
so
option.
glad that I got to ask you on that day, like, how long has he been there? Is that because of today? Like, is this for Abria? And you told me, like, no, he's been there the whole time, just you've never got the power yet. And so it was like, okay, so we shouldn't immediately serve. We should make this a longer bit then, huh?
My story kind of works like a revolving sushi bar. Like I reel snaps,
and it all came around.
And if you don't grab them, they go on by.
Dang! I want to characterize my stories as food places.
I do love that because you can kind of like feel that with different storytellers and like what it is, and if you can articulate it like that, that's
great.
Guys,
great.
I made a buffet. Go to the buffet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll eat the buffet. They're like, I want to put my shoes by the door. Can I put my shoes by the door?
Get spell ingredients from it.
Okay, I don't.
Good.
Yeah.
The long con. Oh my god. We have to keep. I'm gonna keep jumping around. Don't let me be in charge of this.
Yeah. Jump around. Yeah.
My Adderall did not kick in today. I've been white knuckling.
Well, so then I'll go back to the reveal of Coco and the box coming out, and immediately the juice box analogies were born. Yep. But then without Naomi there, Jade starts to kind of become the voice of reason for Katie. And there's so many moments throughout the next couple episodes of Jade being the one talking Katie down off of the ledge.
Hell yeah, brother.
That was not what I was anticipating.
Hell yeah, brother.
Dynamics are best when they are easy to pivot. And coming out of the gate with like Katie being like overbearingly, like almost condescendingly maternal to a full-grown adult. Like there had to be that point of like, what's the thing that's going to like give Jade the opportunity to step forward in a way inside of her core competence, and how can Katie regress to need Jade's competence? So
was that because Jade, you had that interaction with the older kindred on the roof? Was that maybe
a tree?
Start? Yeah, was that the start of that for you? Because like she was telling
For
you a
Katie.
lot about how to come into your power, right? Like, was that where that maybe started for you?
She's definitely
No, not at all.
No, you're right.
No, that's really interesting. No, it was much simpler and more sort of based on the dynamic specifically of the sister dynamic isn't there anymore. What does that free up for Jade? And that frees up, I get to have Katie.
yeah,
Like without you tethering her, there was a simple answer of I don't have someone in my shape in the place anymore. And I think I very quickly was like, that like there was a bit of a long game of there's obviously a lot of family themes with Jade and sort of parental and familial archetypes being sort of interchangeable and maybe not explored in a healthy way.
Right.
And so Katie becoming available and looking like she needs something. Jade was more than happy to be the thing that Katie needed, and is very good at becoming. I think the reason Jade becomes quite competent socially later was I said that the more chaotic the group becomes and the less grounded the group becomes, the more calm Jade is going to become, because she's actually quite used to chaos, and she'll start to feel more familial and familiar with them because they're starting to be more unsafe in a way.
Yeah.
And that is a very appealing thing for Jade, and it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
So love is her version of love is very activated by that.
It like parentifies you in the way that
very much.
Children who grow up in chaotic households do feel like all of a sudden they do have to be the adult in the situation.
Exactly.
It feels
Thank goodness the adults don't feel as powerful. I know I know what to do.
Yeah.
it feels like the sister dynamic in Melancholia, and I love that.
Ooh.
That's fun. Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
And it's exactly
great
that. Like she has like heavy depression, but when the big bad thing that's happening in the plot happens, like
peace.
she locks in while the sister who has like an estate and kids and is locked, it just melts down. And I love that. Like high order people getting the one thing that they cannot recover from, and then you watch them. It's really weird, but one of my favorite gifs is there's like a model walking in like heels, and she like claps her ankle, but she can't quite recover through the rest of the runway walk. She never falls, but she's just off kilter, and there's just something really fun playing inside of that, which is what I love.
Real. I remember that.
That's so real.
But so
like,
it's interesting. It's interesting that you talk about you kind of sliding into the vacuum left by Naomi, because when Naomi eventually comes back, what does that do to Jade and Naomi's relationship?
Absolutely, because it was absolutely, because I would say Jade connected most to Naomi and felt immediately like, oh no, the only one that saw Jade vulnerable and maybe like her most honest version of herself. Naomi's the only one that actually saw that day. Yeah. And then her disappearing, and sort of being gone again is another pain point for Jade of like, okay, people you trust go away. They disappear the moment they're there. This person looks like they need help. Great. That's in an unhealthy way, like, great, that person won't leave me because they need me. And who knows if Jade will be as honest again with the rest of the people.
I love it.
But I'm excited to have Naomi encounter Jade again and see what happens.
Oh man, I'm scared.
There's a really like good like juxtaposition between the characters that have been with each other through all these changes and the characters who are going to come back in and see for the first time,
we were
the before
talking
and after.
a little bit about like the status that kind of naturally formed with these characters of like Katie and Eddie seemed like high status, and then Gable and Naomi were like middle, and then Jade started out as low status. Yeah. And it's not a secret that Gable has mommy issues, and so I think the mothering from Katie as very much like, oh, I can give her what I need, and I think Jade getting in and taking that spot sort of like edges into that like uncomfortableness that Katie and Gable have going on. That's just going to get like ramped up even more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta think about that.
Right. Alex is like, I didn't realize all this stuff was going on between you.
We've been running around.
I was going to throw a werewolf
We've
at
been running
you.
around that back half going like, would you like a knife?
Yes,
I will hand it to you hilt first. Aim right here.
Yeah.
The amount the amount of conversations I had specifically about like going off into the corner and being like, all right, so what horrible toxic family dynamic is happening now because of Katie? Like,
hey, thanks.
Like what, as the matriarch of this group right now, like it very quickly became this hierarchy, a familial hierarchy. And and it in a very fun way, because and then immediately removing one piece, like getting a reshift in season 1 very quickly, I feel like established where all of us are flawed specifically and where we try to cope with our relationships, and how quickly we all found a person to sort of be our special interest. And because none of us are coping well.
I had texted Mayana
it's
after
really
we finished the one episode, and I was like, we just kicked the shit out of each other. We needed Naomi there. Oh my God.
Okay, so that's episode 8, correct? That episode was specifically very brutal.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. The
Found fan.
very brutal episode. That like the first real fight with a kindred.
And that was I honestly, my only objective for that episode was to have you all fight something.
It was so much fun.
I was like, they haven't fought anything. Now, Vampire isn't really a combat game. It is not balanced for like technical combat. Combat is a means to tell the story of how things get fucked up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use Mandible. I'm going to have this thing with Manny. But they might fight Manny. And then when you started hurting each other, I was like, this is way better.
We all agreed. We all went, great. Please don't. Please keep ruining this dice. It's perfect.
We made a bad family. time to pick apart the bad family. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah, it
great
was so good.
art
It
of
was
Katie
just like,
slamming Eddie's face down. Into
Yeah.
the
God, yeah. The fan art has
Ooh,
been
I haven't seen
I
that.
have a-
amazing.
look-
Yeah,
whole thing.
I think it's only on Tumblr.
It is on Tumblr.
Well, it's also I'm gonna shout it out again because it's really good. It's also in the Fanlight Discord.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
There's a good
I
there's a good
should be in
channel there.
I have a little like digital
I'm gonna
frame
see
that
if
I
I can
stick
just-
all of my like fan
That's
art
such a good
in.
idea.
And it,
Oh, yeah.
it came up like a couple minutes ago, so I
That's
wonder if I
such a
could.
good
It's so fun because I'm like, oh, I'll never like have it all. Like, where do I go and see it
Yeah, I
later?
just have it in a folder. I just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through them sometimes, but
I'm
that's such a
stealing
better
that.
idea to like have
And
them.
it just scrolls through over there, and you're like, oh, I remember that. It's very
Memories.
But Katie was built to be a terrible house of cards, and I was so grateful for episode 8 to be like, now everyone is aware of the bomb under the table. To belabor the Hitchcock analogy of like it's
Hell
only
yeah,
suspense once
brother.
you know how
Yeah.
bad Katie's build is. Like
Yeah.
she will chain to frenzy very easily, and she feeds on her family.
There it is.
She's built to be a family destroyer. What's gonna happen? And because it wasn't like, not that it like wasn't happening with like my like NPCs and side characters, but like Katie's MO is build family because that's a stable structure, and then you get bored of it and you start to pick it to death. And that was like her, like my like
Damn.
little goal for the season was like establish a family dynamic and then blow it up. And it started with picking on her sister, and now it's yeah, we're doing it. Yeah,
Great.
we're having fun.
And like you talked about that, and we were immediately like, oh, the family that you have at home. That's the one you're talking about, right? Not
We've got
realizing that
family
it could
at
be.
home.
Yeah, we've got family everywhere, and she's gonna destroy all.
Katie's
of them.
name is Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family. That's a threat.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
I was about to announce our Olive Garden sponsorship, and I'm just gonna
Endless bread.
Endless
sticks.
bread.
Endless pain.
tear that up.
Endless pain sticks.
With Fulo ravioli.
There you go.
It's his last name Ravioli now.
There you go.
It's just spaghetti served in
Yes.
a box.
You have to get it out with a wizard.
Oh man.
Oh my god, amazing.
So then from that episode 8 with the brutal fight, we go into the inner monologues.
Oh my God,
where
so
the first
good.
half is
Oh.
those solo scenes.
Amanda, what did like we did our monologues of like our characters where they would be at home or something like that. Have you thought about where we might have found Naomi?
Yeah.
Like, to check in on her monologue. Not to throw you under the bus.
Oh man. Okay, wait. So it's a monologue of you
'Cause,
currently at
for
home,
Gable,
or what is it?
Or it was like in between a couple nights where they weren't at the theater.
It doesn't have to be a monologue. It could be just be like it's a relatively solo
Yes.
scene.
So I was backstage at the
Oh,
drag
where would she
show
be?
with my drag mother.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Uh,
amazing.
I fed off of my ex-husband finally.
in an incredible scene.
Amazing.
Oh, it was great.
So
It
good.
was so good.
But Gina's with the POV.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
good.
that had nothing to do with my monologue and everything to do with a sick setup. We had a camera inside Coco POV, and I was like under the moving blanket, being like, "Hi, Coco, it's nice to see you." Like, I'm bored. No one came to the studio lately, and I'm freaking out. You know.
But the shoes, you're selling your scene short.
Yeah, I was gonna
It was
say
so good.
That's
That
the
like
thing.
you made that scene
was
so
so
I
good.
blacked
powerful.
out. I blacked out because you all told me I was first after telling me that I was last, and after I went, I don't actually have a
Sorry about that.
I was like I have a solo, and then we switched my solo to Coco, so I went okay, and I'm first, and I just switched my POV character, so I was like, well, I guess Coco's gonna learn about some shoes, and
I love shoes.
and it just worked out. I guess. I think it worked
The
out.
nature of it too was that you had to be delivering in a way that worked in a single
yeah.
camera too. Like that's a oneer. That's a 10-minute oneer
very good.
for just you talking to almost like nobody for the whole time. Alex jumps in, but he's not voicing Coco.
Oh my God, Alex slowly stalking up was so
you just
My only
you just
thing was
stalked
like,
us. It was awesome.
Can I
Getting to see your
in the blind
reflection.
spot?
yes.
That was all I was thinking about during that. I was like, can I just get in the fucking,
It was
like,
so
be
good.
here?
The crease.
Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
monologuing at Coco, and then suddenly your reflection is, I'm seeing it while staring at a camera, while I see you, while I see myself.
Art.
And it was like, I don't know how to think right now. I hope I'm saying anything relevant for Jade. Like,
That's very
it was
cool.
so neat that it was a little blackout moment where I was like, I think the point is I just need to start being obsessed with Katie. And so I think this monologue's about being a little obsessed with Katie. Like,
yeah, I like that. It was great.
Good. You set the tone. Like, truly.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And then
And
all of those were great. It was so nice to just like be, Gable, yours was
Thanks for playing
so
that
lovely
with me
and,
too.
like,
so beautiful.
I
Yeah,
made
of
up so
course.
many like NPCs for Gable and just gave them all to Alex. And I was like, including like Horatio,
Right.
and then the hawk, Holly Hawk.
I love Horatio.
I love watching
yeah.
those scenes with the
Yeah.
two of you. I think it's just
I
yes,
became
a-
very
a
attached to
different-
Horatio.
How dare!
I was like, you gave me Horatio. I was like, is this my self-insert? I was just like,
Well, better kill him off.
yeah. He's not dead. He's just
Well,
badly
he's
wounded.
gone.
It was just so funny. It was just like I started playing him. And I was like, I like this guy too much.
Did you kill him?
Because I thought my
Oh, yeah.
self-insert was going to be Vulo, and then I was like, maybe not.
If there's
You
no
could have multiple.
So if Horatio does
Yeah,
come back,
yeah.
we know why.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, in the last
Yeah.
episode, he's not killed. He's put.
No.
He effectively put into torpor, so he's still around.
Nice.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
He'd be a cool character to come back, and then it'd be cool to learn how he got back.
Well,
because he's
the-
not in a great
Yeah.
situation.
Generally speaking, unless there's a really good reason for a character to die, I find it less interesting for a character to just
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
if we die,
it
it's for
is-
a specific
unless they're-
reason, and it is targeted.
He needs
Right.
it for the story.
Yeah. We were
Well, like-
talking about that a little bit with Naomi, Mayana, when you realized that you weren't going to be able to be around for quite a while. We were at some point talking about, like, what does it look like with Naomi being
final
killed
death.
off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think early on we said, like, I think it's stronger and it, like, has more ability to do damage to these other characters
Yeah.
if Naomi's still
Yeah.
out there and around.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. No, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I was just I have such guilt about like being an inconvenience to people from a production standpoint.
I know you do, and I was like, shut up.
Your love is bad.
Me? Mine? Oh, that's why everything goes like the way it does.
Oh,
Poor Manny. But yeah,
I think you said
I'm honestly-
like that
I'm
to
just
him, where you're
happy
like,
he
your love
lived.
is bad.
We don't know.
I thought Manny was gonna
Well,
get
that's
got.
another
for
one
sure.
we
Well,
don't know.
I mean, in the sense that we didn't immediately
I
kill him.
tried.
Oh,
Killed him.
yeah.
I thought there was a good section of time when I was like, Manny might be the juice box. How's
Yeah.
the story gonna go? Like, there was a section there where I wasn't sure what we were gonna do.
Dang.
So, well,
Yeah.
jumping back into the very final episode, then episode 11, if we extrapolate from what Alex was saying about thinking that the conversation with Vula was going to be the entire episode. Everything at Pershing Square came out of Alex's brain on the
yeah,
spot.
improv. Let's go.
At the break, I was like, what are we doing?
Is there always going to
Yeah.
be a Second Inquisition ending, or does that also feed into? Oh, we don't know. No,
Nope.
I love you.
That was
I
such a good
love you.
call.
It's the exact.
it was perfect.
Yes.
I was well.
Perfect.
There were some things going pretty things that had just started happening when we were shooting that
Yeah.
episode. So like that was probably on my
Oh
mind.
yeah,
Yeah. People were becoming aware of things
Yeah.
happening in
Yeah.
LA
Yeah.
Yeah.
at a very similar time
And-
to us shooting
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then I did that. Well, that was very much a story. Like, as I am an inexperienced storyteller in regards to like doing an actual show on my own. it was very much a moment where I did that, told that story, and then went, "Ew, is that going to play okay?"
All of my favorite
later
moments
on?
are when you like don't realize you're letting like life influence your
Get in
art.
there.
And when you're a
Yeah.
little scared, I think you're doing it right. I genuinely believe
Yeah,
that.
I just the end of that episode.
I was
It's
gonna,
like,
we had just
maybe
done
not.
the Darkness Emergent LARP, which it takes place right outside
Oh,
of
yeah.
Cushing Square. So we were both very familiar with that park
Yes.
in that area too.
Correct.
We were just there.
Yeah, I have no idea what that park
Yeah.
is, and I have not Googled it. I was like, wait.
No, I've been there I've done many events at that place. I've been there a lot. I've existed in that area a lot, and so I was just like, this is a place I know in downtown that is a park, and there's a subway stop that is literally under it, and so it was just like, and there's a bar down the street, which is not called what I called it. It's a bar that I like very much, but it's
I'm
like,
sure there's bar locations that have changed hands around there too.
Yeah,
So it could be any. I don't think we actually named that bar.
I don't think I did either. I don't remember.
Bar.
I'm gonna have to remember so much shit when we start up again. I like threw everything out of my brain.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bless
this is
you.
often the reason there's a time skip between seasons or something like that. It's because it's like, I don't want to remember exactly what just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, are we
in a
time
week.
skipping? Are we one?
We don't know, but I would
Okay.
normally that's what happens. Like even if it's
Right.
like a time skip of a
Yeah.
week,
It's just
or
hard to
something
be
like that.
exactly
That's
in the
part
energy
of the
we're
reason.
in however many months ago.
That too.
Like, oh, I'm literally
I
a different
remember-
person now. I don't know how to get
There's a-
exactly there again.
There's a documentary called
Yeah.
I think it's called One Small Step, and it's about casting the revival of a chorus line. And between like callbacks 1 and like callbacks 2, there was like an entire like time frame where they had to like stop down or whatever. And so they're bringing back in a couple actresses for one of the final callbacks for the role, and they tell one of the actresses like, "Do what you did last summer," and she's like, "I can't
Yeah.
do that. I was a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
person last summer." Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if the audience can tell what episodes we filmed on the same day because
I
there
can
is
always
a
tell.
linear energy
Oh.
across of that.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like within the same
A
weekend.
lot of times we stay in the same outfits.
But yeah,
Not that I resent
Fair.
sometimes.
But sometimes you can
I'm
like,
no, it's the
yeah,
same
you
night.
can like feel the sine
feel
wave of
it.
like, oh, okay, cresting energy, and like when you kind of hit like
Yeah.
Bean's level of just like, oh, everyone's a little punch drunk.
really what
It's gonna
does
get a
it
little
in.
silly at the
Yeah.
end. Like,
Yeah.
Beans level.
Which is the kind of thing that like irons out in a live show. But then also you can't have that like connective
Yeah.
tissue of picking up exactly
Right
where
where
that
you
last
left
episode
off.
left
So
off.
that's the trade-off with this content. It's such a delicate
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
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 I just threatened the fan Discord live on camera.
good.
It's also in the chat for anybody who
Yeah,
wants
I'm
to
doing it.
What are we doing?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I joined the fan Discord as Bulo.
That's great. Yeah. Naked like Vulo. Look, I am Katie in this specific regard. I will
Well,
not
I wanted
join
to ask
a
you:
Discord.
Are you Catherine now? Is that a permanent character change?
Yes. That is a permanent character change.
Wait,
love it.
really?
There's always a like I think the fun undercurrent of Katie is like figure out the game. Like it was one of the earliest things I said in our like first one-on-one scenes when we're like being embraced is Katie likes puzzles. So she'll figure out what she needs to do in a given situation. And like now that she's seen what high-level kindred look like and how they carry themselves, Katie has started meaningely changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finds a little paradigm and
that,
she's like,
that
hit
thing
it.
that, like we were talking about how the thin blood just vibe is different from full blood kindred, whether that's because you guys are recently embraced or because there is something different about thin bloods. We kind of haven't really explored yet, but that change is going to be, you're surrounded by old kindred too now, or like at least you've seen old kindred.
So dope.
Yeah, that was very much like I was, as we are, above board a non-canonical show, I'm staying a bit away from the classic, big bads of Los Angeles that you
sure.
saw in Alabama.
I don't watch your
Yeah.
show.
I want to. That's fair. I don't watch your shows.
I don't like your energy here.
But so I was like, there's other fucking vampires in the world that like that are powerful and old that we've just never looked at. And like yes, vampires are rare in regards to like the amount that humans exist, and like the ratio is very skewed. But it's not like there's only like 20 big old guys around. You know, it's like there's more of them.
20
Just
big
a
old
yearbook
guys
full
and
of
this little dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I was like, I can make up some like older vampires, and like who the hell cares?
Yeah.
And so it was just like, that's where
I care,
that's
and it
kind
makes
of,
me happy.
Yeah.
well, that was where Vulo came from, because I want, and I was like, what is, someone from that part of the world, and I just wanted to make my own guy.
And he's a perfect guy.
As I hit my table.
No.
But yeah, there is something to be like. I've often said, and I'm sure I've said in like interviews we've done for vampire stuff, that I don't like, that I think playing younger vampires is more interesting, and I do think that.
Oh yeah.
But there is something also interesting in having a bunch of young vampires deal with a big old guy.
Yeah.
Who's not necessarily just like, I'm here to murder you.
Yeah.
Because there is the thing of like, okay, yeah, you get to be that old, and your humanity is long gone by that point, and you are just this thing that exists. But it doesn't mean they have to be, I'm here to consume everything and eat everybody I find, and then just, that's it. They could be a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, because they're just like, I'm gonna lie,
They've had a lot of time to develop a personality.
Yeah.
And then forget one, and then make a new one.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like,
Yeah.
So I kind of like the when a vampire gets real weird and like a little like fussy or like, it's like they're like, no, I like my things, and I just like, anyway.
Yeah.
Everything's changed too many times.
Yeah.
Too many people.
I was still getting used to planes, and now it's like,
God, that's got to be horrific.
We were talking
I
a
was
little
getting
bit
used to
about
carriages. What's an AI? What are you talking about?
yeah.
The horse
just explaining
can draw
AI to
now?
any of them.
What?
Why is it drawing? Why did we give it pencils and
why does it
quills?
only draw?
With too
Tell
many
me, a shrimp
colors.
fried this right?
Yes, exactly. I love that.
What is a
frame
white
for a
custard?
joke?
But I do think there's something really interesting. The moment you, like, an Oops All Thin Bloods game, and then you meet pretty cool, very old, like, they're like two scoops of weird, because they're not they're not the standard issue clans.
Right.
There's something about, like, it feels a little eldritch horror. But what if the eldritch horror was a thing that you felt like a bastard child from?
Right.
Where you're like, that was my inheritance to be weird and old and unknowable, and somehow it got fucked up and it's not even my fault. Like, how do you recontextualize the identity that you're beginning to form that we've been watching the whole time against? That's what I could have been, and someone else got it wrong. Like, I think it just gives you the craziest complex, and you're like, and now I have enough time to fester on this forever, because I also don't die.
Right.
And it's also not it's also part of not being able to parse the difference between a billion and a trillion, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
For you, it's just still big number that I'm not going to get to.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly.
But
what
it's
it is.
not
It's
quite not going to get
Right.
to.
It's like
Because I think there's the moment you have that seed of it, you're like, oh, this isn't an eldritch horror. I could be that.
Right.
How do I become the next
It's just going to take time.
Right.
It's
But
just
guess
gonna
what I
take time,
fucking have
like-
now?
Oh yeah.
time?
Yeah, unlimited
And the
time.
more I untether
Well, and
myself
the-
from expectations of time and what life means, like, then it becomes a monomania.
And that's
it's fun.
Catherine losing her humanity. That's the catalyst.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly. That is the thing, is like loss of humanity doesn't necessarily just come from I killed somebody. Loss of humanity can come because you just fucking forgot.
Yeah.
Because you've been around for a while and you're like, I don't know how to relate to humans anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And you start just being more of a different alien, and you know, it just that's why you can have elders who are not like, I've killed everybody I've ever met. You know, it's like just like, you're like, oh no, I just what? I don't remember.
I don't know why you're
it's
upset about that. Why are you upset about that?
yeah. Like I know I fucking blew up your house, but
But like, can just get a new house.
Yeah, like just go. You have another one, right?
Have you tried being less sad?
Yeah.
All kindred are billionaires.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheer up.
Yeah.
Like,
All kindred live in a different
Yeah.
world than mortals.
And we're the orcas coming for them.
Yeah.
But also, the best way that was kind of shown this status was, Alex, you recontextualized this La Sombra who like had seen Naomi. We were all terrified of, and to see her immediately give the status to Vulo, that connected the brain, like the cells for all of us. We're like, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I like a hot La Sombra.
Spider lady.
fuck yeah, brother.
Like a hot La Sombra.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I
brother.
also enjoy Dolce and Gabbana. Like, I get it.
I also love Dolce and Gabbana. Damn.
Oh man.
Fuck. They make a good sunglass.
Bruh, they
Damn.
just did their like Alta Moda and Alta Sartoria, and I was just like, oh, I've never seen more kindred swag in my life.
They ate.
Yeah.
They never
They literally
stop
like, what
eating.
if we just make like La Sombra, the dresses, and the men's collection
Yeah.
is way better than the women's. Like,
Yeah,
That's good.
I do like. Not to derail
Sorry,
this
I already
about
did.
the fan. No, about the fan Discord, but they're going to be so confused because 3 of us just joined the Discord.
amazing.
Oh yeah,
They're
they
gonna
just
be
got the
like, something
notifications of like,
happening.
wait, what's going on?
Nothing. Nothing's
Oh,
happening.
man.
We're hanging.
It's so funny.
Tell me if anything fun happens. I will not join.
That's fair.
Discord is scary.
Oh my
Discord
god.
is scary.
Gotta stay true to character.
Yeah, I also have a hard time with Discord, and I have one of my own.
I want to join that one.
Just to cause
no.
problems.
But it's what were we talking about? Yeah, the recontextualization of that La Sombra to Vulo was very much like I wanted to give like in that episode, in like episode whatever 2 or 3 that woman showed up. I wanted to be like, oh, here's a fairly powerful older kindred, and I want you to just to give that moment of fear of like, you all are, fish in the sea, and then you see a shark kind of thing.
Turns out
Which
we
really
are.
picked up on very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to see like, oh, there's like
Right.
the megalodon,
Yeah.
and the other shark's like, what do you need? Like, it's
You
just
also
like,
introduced Sammy
very
like
much-
the concept of ghouls and showed us that a ghoul could
Oh, yeah.
very much be powerful, like more powerful than a thin blood. We are not on
Yeah.
equal status at
Yeah.
all.
well, and
Wild.
it's also like, mechanically speaking, you
Sure.
might be kind of like equals, but like their
Yeah.
opinion of you is very much like, nah.
But also you establish the timeline of, how long it takes
Yeah.
for things to happen
Yeah.
in the kindred world for these older kindred who are like thinking
Right.
in terms of centuries,
Yeah.
not in terms of days.
Yeah,
Or nights.
and it's very, and that like ghouls will indefinitely live if they're not killed, and as long as they get their fucking,
Juice.
their juice,
You gotta get that
and
juice.
they'll keep going. One of my favorite things about ghouls is that there is an inherent fear in them, eventually speaking, because when they stop getting that blood,
Sure, yeah.
they age rapidly,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so at a certain point, there's a foregone conclusion that as soon as they stop
Yeah.
drinking that blood, they die.
Love it.
Yeah.
So it's
Or-
like at a certain point, you're like, I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta double
They
down.
need that elder juice.
Yeah, or I either have to.
Oh, and speaking of which,
What
Uh-oh.
the? What segue? What?
He ordered Jamba Juice.
Hey!
Wow.
That's
Product
really
placement.
cute. That's really cute.
Yay!
Guys, what's it gonna take to get a Robert's
we
car
have
wash?
merch. Yes,
Patch.
that's right.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
give
can
me
get it
a
right
Robert's
now
car
at
wash.
probably this link.
Yeah, I want patches.
Robert's
Yeah.
car wash jumpsuit. Yeah.
I want a patch on the front and a big boy in the back.
Patches sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea. We got
Sure.
stickers pretty easily. So
Yeah, I got-
we've got merch in a TeePublic store. TeePublic is
Oh, we all
using
get
this
that.
because it takes
From the TeePublic store?
effort off of me as much as possible. Wow, they do such great service. That's crazy.
So fast. All right.
I got a rock.
I got my Ghostlight mug
Yeah.
that Joey handed me this morning when I was not awake, and I was like, "What is this?"
Let's go.
It's a mug for the coffee that you need right now.
That's so
That's
funny.
everything.
Oh, what's that?
I did.
Wait, you
I
grabbed
went to
something.
grab
What is it?
Gable's journal. Oh, I don't know if it'll show up.
Yeah.
You signed it for me on the last day too. But I gotta get your signature. But this has some of the spells.
Yeah.
And stuff. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh,
God.
the light had blown out.
Oh.
Your journal is so dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I wanted to get everybody. I forgot to do it on the day, but I wanted to get everybody to sign the lampshade. So next time I see you guys,
Lamp.
People were devastated about Lamp being knocked over. They were so mad.
They posted like body shots.
I was very tempted
like a-
to tweet something that was like, one of your favorite characters will die within 30 seconds of the finale.
Lamp.
And then it just opens on the lamp.
In memoriam, Lamp.
I was worried too many people wouldn't get it, but
Lamp.
Also fair.
It's all wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
The Twitch chat is wild,
so
by the way. I
the
recommend
change-
tuning in live, but it's a good time. But one of my favorite was
The Twitch chats.
it must have been one of the last episodes, but they do the content warnings in the beginning, and one of the content warnings was child endangerment, referencing Katie feeding on her child. And then the episode is like halfway through, and the Twitch chat's like, "Where's the child endangerment? I was promised child endangerment." And they're like, "Guys, we did it already. What are you talking about?"
that was kind of. I said a while back that I was going to do it when that came up, and then it came up in like a way that was not as brutal as it could have been. So
Hey guys, it'll get bad
like,
later. This wasn't that moment.
And also, that should be on every episode.
That's
Jade's
true.
in this. Jade's there.
You're an
This is
adult.
extreme
No matter how much I
I'm
call
an
you a
adult.
13-year-old from the woods.
Also,
I am a
I
13
recently
from
had to go to the
woods.
DMV.
You can choose to believe her age. I'm totally
Your ID
kidding.
says you're 21.
Yeah, I'm
But I
21.
nailed it. I went to the Van Nuys DMV, and that was exactly what I was picturing in my mind.
that's exactly the vibe.
I just remember when I got my driver's license photo, the camera was so big, and I
big
remember
box.
just
Yes.
yeah.
The big
Yeah,
box.
big
I was
box,
imagining,
yeah.
I think the one in like Compton.
Ah.
But I think it's like the same thing, yeah.
Cassandra, get off of me. Sorry. Yelling at my cat. Go away.
What?
She stands on the subwoofer under my desk, and then I'm tall, so my knees are basically at the top of underneath my desk. She tries to squeeze her way up onto my
Yes.
lap, and then falls and tears. So it's like I'm just like get the fuck down.
So funny.
It's called bouldering. Support her hobbies.
Yeah.
Buy her a slab of concrete from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
They love
the
a
cats
slab
will
of
just
concrete
love
from
to
Home
sleep on
Depot.
that.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
I have an
Yeah, they love
ADHD
it. They
check
love
while
it.
we're looking at cats.
Yeah.
Mana, did you answer the question about what
yeah,
Naomi
for the
was going to
monologue.
do?
No, I didn't.
I want to swing back around because I do want to
I
know.
was just stalling for
who
more time
Naomi
for
would have
you.
monologued.
Yeah, what would Naomi be doing on the off time in between? I think
Still hanging in the
she
museum.
what. Yeah, well now she's working at the museum, so yeah, she probably was.
And it's the very
literally-
night of the museum over there.
She's working at the museum. She's helping rebuild the dinosaur.
taken weeks.
She's trying to stay out of trouble, be on the straight and narrow. And then I also imagine she is like seeking a mentor, like seeking a kindred mentor, whoever's willing to take her on.
Did she ever call that doctor back who you dropped off at the wife?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
Patrick?
wanted.
Oh,
Patrick.
yes! Oh,
Patrick.
yeah, no, yeah,
I'll
Patrick,
never remember
yeah,
the three thin bloods. I'll remember Patrick till I fucking die.
Yeah, no, I definitely am still trying to pursue Patrick.
Wait, for real?
definitely-
I forgot about
Wow.
that.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, of course. He said he
I think Naomi's going to do
Yeah.
so much better that now that Naomi doesn't have to live with us.
Yeah.
I think
Naomi's going to live. Naomi's going to get a boyfriend and a new job and is going to be like
I think
thriving.
that's-
And you're going to come back as the pizza meme
Yeah.
to fire.
I think that's such a fun story, and I think it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Katie spiral after she.
Oh, that won't
sees
make her
that.
spiral. Get out. No.
No.
That's no.
Not seeing-
It's not a. She'll sabotage it.
Oh,
Oh, you guys don't know how Katie works. You'll find
Catherine
out.
would
Do it.
eat Naomi.
Do it. I don't have to eat Naomi, but I've never tried off menu from my family. Maybe Patrick's a first.
Yeah.
Toxic.
incredible.
Toxic.
We did commit.
We
to
committed
this.
to
We committed
siblings with
to
a 10-year age gap.
That's wild.
That is my
Right.
blood. I don't know her. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something really fun inside that.
I love also that your interpretation of Katie not spiraling is murdering someone.
But that's her. That's not her falling apart. That's her like locking
That's her
in.
MO.
She locks in horrifically.
reclaiming the throne.
She's in constant spiral.
She's a wolf, bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God, it will be so interesting. It like as it's occurring to me right now that Naomi is basically doing the path that Catherine did prior to her becoming a kindred, and then if Naomi does follow in that, she is not going to let that stand at all. Yeah.
Right.
I think that's really fun. Like, oh man, I feel like I would pitch for your solo scene then. Like, I think I'd make it a date with Patrick.
Oh yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of
Like,
sense.
what do you tell him?
Damn.
How do you begin to build a version of yourself that you want? You both are like aspiring to, but it's also a cover story. Like,
for him and me, because
Oh
he's not.
you're both building the best versions of you because you're recovering.
Yeah, we're both recovering from like our equivalent of like a toxic relationship.
Just your previous any previous attachment.
Yeah.
Any transition phase, you're like, all right, what am I going to try on this time?
Yeah.
What's going to feel right?
Who am I gonna be this week? Yeah. Scary.
It'd be so fun.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. Damn.
There was a time on the like production side of things where we were talking about doing a scene with Naomi in the museum.
Yeah.
And like we hadn't quite established what the vibe of the show was at the time, like the things that were happening in the theater's diegetic to the show, as well as being our set. So we were talking about potentially like, do we go and shoot this scene in a museum or something that looks like a museum, like some local art gallery?
Lamps.
Yeah. Just something like that. We were talking about all these options. And we ended up not doing it, partially because of time, partially because going and paying for another venue just to do this scene was like starting to ask for a bit. But then we brought back the idea of these individual scenes in that episode 9 for all that.
Hell
So we were talking about that before then.
Can I pitch a thing? Because I really want this to happen now. I think it should happen in the alley behind a theater.
Yeah.
Like if we're living in the diegetic, like the group is inside the theater and having their scenes.
Yeah.
Because Mayana as Mayana as Naomi walked outside of the theater, her scene would just be this like very like Tangerine outside in the day on a fucking iPhone, like almost found footage. Love. Like,
Yeah.
I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That rocks.
And it's
I'm down.
free.
That-
And we got an alley
that
right
could be
there.
fun,
We got
for
Primo
sure.
Alley right there.
Oh, that cute little alley
We don't want to
over
dox
by.
ourselves. We don't want to dox ourselves.
No. Well, I was gonna say over by Dynasty.
Oh yeah.
Because like the buildings are.
Yeah, we can dox that.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
That's a good alley.
Yeah, we're gonna dox them.
Yeah, we got to put a crack in the wall for where Horatio was.
Yeah.
We just got to go find one of those. In
Oh,
I'm
hammer.
sure
Yeah.
we could add
sure
one
we
in
can
post.
find
Don't
it.
worry.
Yeah, we can.
The city's pristine.
One of those like what is it? The Getty watermark over like a crack we just like
Associated Press. Yeah.
stick onto a brick wall and it's just floating around. There we go. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's like in like Doom, where wherever you turn, the structures do this, and they turn with you. So it's just like the crack in the wall is just turning every time we turn.
Perfect.
Cat.
Comedy gold. Cat.
So, with where you guys each individually saw your characters when starting the show, is that where they've have they ended up where you thought they were going
Not even
to?
close,
And
no.
how much did you think that?
Not even-
How much did
not
you
even
think
a little
through what this was going to be? Like, but what this stage was going to be like?
I mean, I think that like I didn't know what to expect. I knew Naomi's starting point and I knew her sheet, and I didn't know what else to prepare for really. And so I think like all of the choices were just sort of in her mind logical reactions to a world that doesn't make sense to her and a world where she doesn't feel like she has any power to like change anything. And I think that then turned into her like kind of thrashing a lot, but and just kind of throwing herself at walls and whatnot. But that's all she has because she doesn't know what her place in this is.
And I will also say that, like, now on the other side of doing this first season, I did very much go, hey, I want to do a show. I don't really know how to explain to you how I want to do this show.
Yeah.
And I just was like, we're going to do it at a theater, and we're not going to have tables, and you can get up and do stuff.
We played
like,
to find out.
No, he did, but I was also like, I realized I sent all of you in there, and some of you who've never played Vampire before or have played Vampire a long time ago. And was just like, hey, you want to play this game that you've never played before, but like harder?
Has anybody? Wait, did anybody not played Vampire before?
I don't think harder.
Yeah.
I've only played the one time, I've played a play test, and then the one episode I did.
Oh, wow.
Right, but you were a guest, and the guest in New York that didn't really have like a full character sheet or like anything like that, right?
Yeah, I didn't have to. I didn't build any of it, so I didn't.
Wow.
I that was more of an like pure actor day player kind of thing. I came in with a pre-written sort of
and Luis
concept.
as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, Luis did Seattle by Night, so he had made a
Yeah.
character.
Hell yeah.
So, but I was very much, the show is different than any other,
Absolutely.
Chronicle. That's the word I was looking
Just
for.
the
not
composition
campaign.
of it from the fact that it's in a theater and that we get to get up and play in that way is already so different.
Yeah, but also it was like I didn't really know how to like articulate what I was looking for or know exactly what I was looking for in the way I wanted the show to go, and then we all kind of found it together. But I also understand that like those first couple episodes we're all going like, what are we doing?
But I love that.
I have to say that's fun for me.
Yeah, I do too.
And
Yeah.
also, I was constantly inspired by Gina's moves. Whenever it would get to Gina, she would always do something interesting, and I was very inspired by that. I was like, I need to do something interesting now too.
I wanted us all to get up because I was like,
I know.
we are going to blow everyone's minds when they see that there is a live person behind the camera who's going to follow me and zoom in.
Yeah.
And like, that's cool. I get to
So
sit
cool.
at the edge of the stage and like zone out and have a moment, and the camera's going to be able to zoom in and also catch the person behind me and see what they're like, you get to have composition.
Composition, some of these shots, like some of the screenshots we've gotten, I'm like, this, I feel crazy.
Because it's not clear. It's like the cool shit that you get to do with a space when you have depth and abilities to set up a space. Yeah.
I absolutely
dream.
adore the
It's a
ones
home
where
game.
it's just like my shoulder
Yeah.
in the shot, and I'm like, this is all I want. I want to be kind of in the shot all the time.
There's one dope moment.
I think there-
oh god.
There's some good ones of like you just cut off the eyes and he's gone. Like that.
He just wants to be a shoulder, and we keep forcing him to be a whole boy.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Abria? I want to hear the shot you'd stuck in your head.
I really like the Katie leaning over Eddie.
Yeah.
And like Alex lines up like in the background between them. Is I love it because like how do you know where to stand and like how did it was just
Right. And him coming and kneeling down between the two of you.
It's me storytelling and then also going, remember.
I'm going to find this lens.
Yeah, and then, but
That's just acting, baby.
well, yeah, but also it's like, and there was something that like I have to like also, this was hard for me because like I'm doing something, one, that I don't do very often, and two, doing it in a new way that I'd never done before, and then three, I decided that I was going to add an extra layer of that to be like storyteller, but also kind of present as this manifestation of your beast. So I started and I was like real good in like the first 4 episodes. I was like, I'm going to have these beast little insults that I get to throw around. And then everything became so complicated that my brain went, get rid of that piece. And I want to bring it back. And I did it every once in a while, but like I err too hard the other direction. I need to bring it back to more of a center space.
The CPU was running at full capacity.
Yeah, my fan was just going.
But
So,
I do
I
want to
need
give
to,
you
like,
your
bring that
flowers
back
for
'cause I
that
like it.
because that got us thinking about our things, right? You represented like our character thoughts, especially in the beginning where we kind of needed that prompt a little bit, or at least someone to talk the ideas off of. And then as the story progressed, we didn't need it as much because we were doing it ourselves. We were saying our B stuff.
That's
out
fair.
loud.
Well, that was the thing. And also, there were less moments for me to like shoot.
So you got us going, but
And-
yeah.
One of my favorite things.
I also.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, you go.
One of my favorite things in episode 10 is exactly that. There are like some of my favorite shots are when you're matching expressions, but we're both like everyone's looking in the same direction. So like you'll occasionally will inadvertently mirroring, But there were so many moments where he would come and I would see you step into the like, I'm going to say something as your beast or like commentary. And then we would get there first. One of my favorite songs in Hadestown is Doubt Comes In. And it's the Fates singing a chorus of doubt until Orpheus starts singing it himself. And it feels like that's what the beast was. Like it was this like, let me explain to you the little needle that's always going to throw you off your game. And then by the end of the season, you would just show up and we're like, we already know. Like you're now just a proprioceptive reminder to like let that like get a little nastier. And we were doing it inadvertently. Yeah. I am obsessed with episode 10 because you can just see it. Like the moment you hit someone's peripheral, everyone got a little meaner when they like knew you were near. It's fun.
I love that. And also, but I have to fully credit kind of where the origin DNA of this idea came from was Xander. In like the end of LA by Night, when you yelled at Jasper's beast, was kind of where I got this idea of like actually having moments where the beast could like directly like influence things and they could feel it, you know, in a much more personal way. And because I was one of my favorite things that ever happened in LA by Night was you just hold on a second, I'm talking to him.
I'm so glad that Jason went along with that because we did not talk about that ahead of time.
We did not talk about that.
He could have very much been like, no. It's like, okay.
Oh, God. Just stop the whole game. Absolutely not.
Hard pass.
I do remember there was one like early LA by Night when like when it had first gone to not being live anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And B-Dave and somebody else were doing a scene and somebody started talking about coffee and Jason was like, I gotta stop everything here. Tinder wouldn't be talking about coffee. That's not like, no, you guys wouldn't be.
Fiction.
You can't have coffee anymore. Like, let's back it up, take it back to one. And it was like one of the only times
funny. That was it.
I forgot about that completely.
My first appearance, he wished he could have done that because my little Malkavian did a little thing about shitting on a runway. And then after at the end, he's like, vampires don't shit. I was like, oh, yeah.
They can if they want to.
Yeah, you just gotta put some stuff in there.
So you got a blush of life, eat food, force yourself to shit before blush of life.
No, you can just turn your Vita into poop.
Shove it up and then...
Everyone, it is called the flush of life.
Oh, yeah.
This is why we don't work the world anymore.
Incredible. Oh man. Okay, I have a question. Talking about beasts now, because we all got to have that like one-on-one that like kicked off our character like understanding. By the end of season 1, is your relationship with your beast what you thought it would be or where it started as?
I got everything that I wanted with Gable. Yeah. I feel like right from the beginning he had a very traumatizing change. And so the beast manifested as sort of like an enemy. And I think that was the impetus of Gable leaning into his humanity. And then towards the end of it being the one that's like, we're killing people, you guys. And I didn't foresee that.
I loved that fight, by the way. We didn't talk about that enough.
Oh, sure.
Like, so good.
But I did not expect for Gable to be like the moral compass for humanity.
Gable's a humanist.
No, neither did I. And I was really pleased with that. That was very cool.
But he's essentially like ignoring the beast.
It's interesting because, well, with Horatio being his main antagonist, kind of being off the board for a little while, if Gable is still feeling just as bad as he did before and now has nothing to direct that to, what does that mean for season 2?
Ooh.
I love it.
I don't know. What about you, Abria? I mean, for my beast, I think Jade. I think Jade ended up exactly where I thought she would with the beast, which is just sort of a silent observer that she is like all the people in her life. The more they're a little uncomfortable, the more calm she is around them. So like she was not scared of her beast. She wanted to challenge him and wanted to impress him and wanted him to like her and also but also like was a little shit.
But I feel like you always had the strongest conception of like the existence of
Yes.
the beast. Like that was a
Yes.
person to
Right.
Jade in a way that like
Yes.
was always so
Yeah.
fascinating to watch.
Yeah, that wasn't even like
yeah.
that wasn't that beat was because of Joey. Like I think it was going to be more kind of conceptual as like a memory that we would never remember, and it would sort of just be a feeling, and then it is just anxiety or your whatever, the voice that either talks you up or talks you down, and then when Joey suggested I start not looking at that I start in the room,
Standing,
and I'm not surprised to be there. That I'm and that a place like this would be comfortable for Jade. She's not scared of a warehouse in a dark room. Yeah, a little bit.
It also deals into like the Malkavian-ness of it potentially because, like you had said, X was the Malkavian who talked to a beast previously. All of it's mental stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all mental, and so it was like, oh well, if Jade's already here, then she's not like it's a mind space, but she probably thinks this is like someone, she'll attach it to someone, and I think it was more just a choice of like we personify our emotions all the time, like we say like. We call it she's a little mad today. Like we personify ourselves separately from ourselves so much to make sense of it that like them being a person that she continues to interact with. Like, I think Jade would talk to her own insecurity. I think she's talked to that beast a lot. Just it didn't look like that before. Now it looks like that, now it has a full body and a full voice. And she goes, oh yeah, there it is. I knew you were always there. I could always feel you talking to me and putting me down or or keeping me isolated or whatever your voice says to you.
Right.
It just, the gene and the poison of vampirism personified it for her. And it did for everyone else, and she's confused why no one else acknowledges it. And because I'm like, this is better. There's an actual thing there, and it's not me anymore. I'm not the one telling me I'm not good enough. It's someone else. That makes more sense.
Right.
That's so good.
One of my favorite things that I did not think was going to end up being one of my favorite things is anytime I got to talk to Jade specifically as Mandible was so much fun. To just be a weird little guy back at you was
loved it.
Playing Malkavian's fun.
It's just me.
It is 20 toes,
and it's so
fingers and toes.
God, the fingers and toes. You're like, is this cool or are they insane?
It was just also like it's so not a character that like I would. I think make on my own if I was making a PC.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I did it. I made Mandible, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was just like,
he's such a little guy.
This is fun to just be like, I don't know. Like,
It was very fun to get to just be like, how much can you and I speak at each other without thinking about the words we're about to say?
Yeah,
how much can it be just word vomit,
just yeeting
flow,
vibes in each other's
and
faces.
just yeeting language and strangeness at each other as fast as possible. Going, I hope this doesn't lose a friend, but being like,
great.
wow, they're also speaking at a quickness and with strangeness that's like great. It's great for me. It was so much fun.
It's that, and there's one reaction I have, I think, to you. I almost called you Kate. Bria, where you say something to me and I just go, what do you mean? It's just like, and I think it's my favorite reaction that I had in the entire season. Because I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Oh God, yes.
Is it the Thin Bloods where it's like, can you do stuff with your blood?
You were
charged like
I just go, like what?
That was the most fun conversation because it felt like having the like sister team up where you're like, we're so locked in that we can kind of make fun of you to your face. Like there's not a status imbalance here. I talk about status a lot. Whatever, little writer thing.
Right. No, it makes sense.
So it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you a hard time. Like we're our own little block. What's your deal? While also like trying to pry for information, but to do it a different way than disarming. Yeah, exactly. It's being charming and disarming and a little glib, a thing that she wouldn't do, like Katie wouldn't do with like Robert specifically. Like, how do you ask for information?
Oh man, Robert became so much different.
Yeah, he loves that.
Robert
He's in love with
Robert
everyone.
was supposed to be this real dickhead that you had to deal with. He was supposed to be like whatever the Baron's name or in New York by Night was. Like, he was supposed to be that, like,
Richter.
This guy fucking Rick. He was supposed to be Rick.
Well, it depends on who you were at. I had Rafferty. So
excuse me, don't talk about my dad like that. What? He's hot and good and gave me a gun.
And so it was just very much a moment of this NPC changing because of the circumstances and who you all made him be. And I was kind of like, all right, he's this guy.
I love that because as like me, Gina was very surprised that Jade got to keep encountering really kind kindred. Kind to us specifically when I was so heavily prepared to sort of be met with constant antagonism and like I had built a character that socially should fail. And come off very and like rub people the wrong way, and like it wasn't happening. And I really love the like implications of that is like these people, like your NPCs believed that they were going to be dicks, but they're also in the territory that protects Thin Bloods and are choosing to work with Thin Bloods despite everything and are choosing to keep them safe. And that like, I'm going to treat you like shit, but no one else gets to treat you like shit. And it's really kind of like, it mirrored the like Jade being prepped to be treated horribly as a Thin Blood. And then everyone being like, actually individuals are not a group thought and people are still going to interact with you like people and you're going to rub off on them or you're going to piss them off, but it's not going to be this like blanket thing. Which I like. I was there's more it was neat. I wasn't expecting them to like us.
There's something interesting when the same thing happens in the same place over and over again over a long period of time. It's, when you look at why Los Angeles is in the valley it's in and not, 2 valleys over, it's because 2 valleys over was consistently 10 degrees hotter over and over and over again.
That's how I feel every time I drive to North Hollywood.
Hey, leave us alone. It's hot.
So much hotter. I contemplated this while going to buy a truck in Victorville.
My God, yes.
I was like, why is this happening? But like that over time, people settled in all these places, not really understanding that, and then congregated where something consistently was good.
Yeah.
And so Kindred, being as old as they are, and having a space that invites Thin Bloods in and is able to like sustain Thin Bloods existing, has to have something that is inherently better than like a space where that wouldn't be available. And then so the only thing that could throw that off currently is something like Vulo. Who hasn't been a player in the space
but
for so
also
long.
Just something interesting in that with Thin Bloods in this chronicle as well, the larger kindred that have befriended us tend to be like the outcast clans anyway, because we've got a Nosferatu, Salubri, we've got Samichi, and even the ghouls and stuff like that, and then so all of the it is the outliers coming together, everybody that's shunned from like this established vampire society.
Yeah, little family of misfits.
Aww. Yeah.
I mean, so that like gives all this like hope for season 2, and I'm excited to see it get dashed against the
It's
wall.
gonna be so good. Do you think that was a
Hope is definitely.
Oh,
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say hope is definitely an emotion you should hold on to while playing vampire.
100%.
So that it can be
Hope is the last thing to die before you do. I love
Exactly.
that. I love hope. I'm a slave to hope.
It makes it
more
hurt so much
increasingly
better.
like, I had hope. God, I live on.
Wait, Mayana, I want to know about Naomi's like relationship with her beast.
Oh yeah.
And maybe like I don't know, like there's a world where we like go back
Yeah.
and see in the like intervening time what Naomi's been up to. But is there anything you want to like share with us about like?
I think I definitely wasn't expecting, from the pre-scenes we did with the Beast to how the Beast manifested through Alex playing him. I think
Which, if you want to watch those, they are exclusively
Oh.
on the Patreon.
Hey, friends, thanks for supporting us on the Patreon. I don't know where this video is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Go give $5 and
Yeah.
watch cool stuff.
Yeah, the Patreon. But yeah, I think like Alex's playing of the Beast for me because like he throws out just sort of little small thoughts that are sort of like with us. A lot of the themes that I feel like started to come across with my Beast was this idea of like that you can't change,
Or like you're not good
or
enough.
that like
Yeah.
your change is impossible, and that whoever you truly are is kind of like the thing, whether that's good or bad. And so I think like it wasn't the relationship I was expecting, but I think for Naomi it's the relationship that makes sense because I think she's constantly rejecting what she thinks probably her true self is, because she's probably fearful that like that true self is someone who is kind of not able to be independent or is not able to make a life for herself, and that always kind of has to take the licks of folks who are in a higher power position than she is, and then she just keeps kind of falling back into it. So we'll see
love a
how
pattern.
that goes.
There's that like
Yeah,
undertone
One
of
of the
messiness, right? Because even her feeding style is that messy feeding style.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
going to the museum,
Yeah.
making a mess.
She can't keep it together. She cannot keep it together. She wants so badly to keep it together, and she just can't.
I love that so much.
One of the things that we talked about early on was this idea of change, that Kindred, like if you cut your hair the next night, you're gonna wake up and
Get
it's
a
gonna
new
be
tattoo,
long again.
It's splurted out the ink on
Yeah,
the
it
sheet.
comes off of your
Yeah.
body. You revert to
That's what Jason described it as. He's like, if you have a tattoo and you wake up the next day, Kindred, the ink just rejects your body.
Ejects
No,
out
it
of your
does, but
body,
it was
yeah.
your
Blurted.
specific wording. It was splurted
Yeah.
out. It was gross.
This is a game of personal horror, Alex. Lock in.
Yeah, I know. You found
I have a
mine.
friend with a vampire NPC in our home game called the Squirch, and and now it's on my mind all the time.
Oh no, my tramp stamp.
But this idea of
Yeah,
It's squirched.
that you can't change. Your body rejects the idea of even aesthetic change.
yeah, and so if you
Oh,
extrapolate
wow.
that to the mentality,
Yeah,
you are
can't change.
you can't change.
You just
Like,
get worse.
You get through a big revelation in your new life, and then what happens when you wake up the next night? How impactful was that revelation now that you've slept and woken up again?
And also, like, how impactful can a revelation be when you're just going to keep having revelations
Groundhog's
forever?
Day.
It's the Simpsons problem.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
its own
Continuity
revelation, right?
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that also makes it then a little easier to play a character
Yeah.
with some longevity, because there is that reset, and that's why Simpsons is able to.
Yeah, and we all
keep on
still
going.
love and watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, sorry, South Park.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That's wild.
Yeah, it just come back to relevance 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later.
God, that's
Everything old is new again, and everything new
Right.
is an old thing that people said, look, new!
It's the 90s. Let's.
it's the 90s.
Remember the 90s? Remember the 2000s? Remember the 2010s?
What is happening right now?
Remember the
Remember
shows.
last year?
No. No, I don't.
Remember next year?
No, I remember. Yeah, yeah. Burning Man was better next year.
Remember next year? Good stuff next year.
What What a show.
Wow.
Yeah,
So we've
the
reached
thing-
that point, huh?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
this,
We've done it.
I think, yeah. We're gonna have to leave you guys until the next thing on the channel, which there will be things coming out before season 2. We're gonna do some other games in the interim
Ooh.
time. We got some cool
Can you
stuff coming
tease
up.
any of them? Or call a shot exactly right now?
I have an email in my inbox right now that I have not clicked on that just says in all caps, Dread.
Oh. Amazing.
I will leave that
Using
there.
the proprietary system. Block fall down. Huh? We love that.
Block fall down.
That is a 20-sided tavern joke.
Salt and Blood's block fall
Which
down.
is crazy because TST is sponsored by Hasbro and they
know.
make Jenga and they can't say Jenga.
That's very funny.
Copyright.
Gotta love it.
Oh man, what?
It makes sense.
It makes sense if you don't think about it,
It makes sense.
too much or think about it
makes
a lot.
so much sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
When are they gonna make the live action Jenga movie?
Damn. Starring Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
When they get the
Starring
right.
Sabrina Carpenter and Dwayne
no,
the
Dwayne the
Rock
Block Johnson.
Dwayne the Block Johnson.
Yeah, we did it. He did it.
And Jack
Yeah.
Black playing the tower.
Yeah.
You mean Jack
Yes.
Block?
Oh, we did it twice.
Dave Bautista.
Oh, Dave Bautista.
Bautista, yeah.
We could do this all day.
There you go.
Why are we making sad? Why are we making sad scary story? We should be making comedy.
Well, yeah.
Right, yeah. We could make millions.
No, I don't know how to do comedy. Right?
Yeah. Hey, dog. Me too. Me too. By the metrics, I do think, like, with my whole heart, that horror and comedy are the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
I think, we're gonna have to leave it at that.
That was the ugliest
So-
transition.
That was great.
I had a good one, and then we kept on going, and then
That's the problem.
So you know what? This is where it's just gonna cut.
Yeah.
And the feed.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.